Okay, so I was gonna do this tomorrow, but I was like, let me just go ahead and get this out the way to get one of my reviews out the way. I'm gonna do a channel update and tell y'all of some reviews that's coming, but yeah, y'all know Sunday Potomac reunion is gonna be a mess. I'm either gonna give it to y'all later on that night or Monday. Um, so yeah, it's a lot. But anyway, this is Drag Race. Okay, so where it left off last week, who ended up going home? Aura Mayari. She ends up going home, which was kind of shocking because she had on that great outfit and she won the week prior. Um, but yeah, she just didn't do well in the Daytona win challenge, and so she got sent home. Unfortunately, I was just starting to like get into Aura, and I think the audience was just starting to get into Aura. Because there was so many queens, and so far each episode on this season has just been so short, and it's just been such a rush. It seemed this season it's hard to get into everybody. We see the same girls over and over again, so it's nice that we were getting to a lot of the girls and their personalities, and or was one of those girls, and she ended up leaving. She came off strong. I didn't really care for her personality wise at the beginning, but I started to warm up to her, and I started to get into more in her drag and stuff, and then she was gone. So I mean, I don't know. They say there's gonna be longer episodes, I believe, coming soon on Drag Race. We'll see, child. Okay. So, let me see. So Jax, it was Jax versus Aura. She sent her home. Let me see. Lucy LaDuca. She was upset about the fact that she did not win the Daytona win last week. It's given delusion, whatever. We always have a girl that thinks that she should win everything, every challenge, every mini challenge, every maxi challenge, everything, every season. So it's not shocking. You know, I hate to say that Lucy may be knocked off her high horse, but it's very possible, even though she is very talented. But all of them are. You can't. It's just a fine line between confidence and humbleness. It's a fine line um, between being realistic and being delusional. Um, and so, we'll see. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, child, this week was a lip sync Lalaparuza. Um, Weird. It's just a weird season. It's just weird. I was just like, what is going on between the sheets in my home? Like, it was just really why for what this quick. It was a lot, but whatever. It's 10 girls. um, and so we get out to the stage. Everybody got on their good high kicking gear. Their good leotards so they can flip and turn the house boots down. The first thing I noticed was Selena. She looked so pretty. She looked so pretty. And everybody looked great. Actually, I like Marsha's outfit for once. I thought she looked great. I like what Jax had on. I thought Sasha looked pretty. Um, yeah, I thought everybody looked good in their outfit. I thought Lux looked nice. Yeah, that was cool. Um, ooh, I hope this don't slide off, Jesus. The earring back. We're gonna pray it stays on because I do not have another one. Um, okay, so the way it works is Bruno from the pit crew, just fine, child. Bruno from the pit crew and thick. Bruno from the pit crew, he was gonna pull a name out of the little roly ball pin thing. And each ball had the girl's name on it, and that girl was gonna choose which girl she wanted to lip sync against, and then the girl that was chosen, she was gonna choose what song they were gonna lip sync to. Okay, so first it was Malaysia, and she decided to choose Marsha three times. Um, and she was going back and forth in her head. I think she said she was thinking about choosing Spice, which they ended up lip syncing together anyway. No, I'm sorry, she was thinking about picking Mistress, um, which was which would have been dope. Which would have been dope if she chose Mistress, especially since they just left their big argument and stuff. But I see why she didn't choose Mistress. She didn't think that Marsha was a good lip syncer. Excuse me, and I guess she wouldn't. Marsha doesn't give off that vibe like she's a good lip syncer, you know. Um, but Marsha chose, what song did she choose? Marsha. It's by Anita. Boys Don't Cry. I like older song. And Marsha, she did her thing. Um, yeah, I think that Malaysia kind of jumped the gun on that one. And so, of course, the girl that's saved, she gets to move on to next week. And Marsha went backstage. And so, Malaysia, the girl that loses the lip sync, they go back and then they get the opportunity to lip sync again. Um, okay. So, next, the second lip sync was Lucy and Spice. Lucy chose Spice. And Spice chose You Don't Want to Touch Me, a rock song by Joan Jett, which is a good song. Um, it was boring, to be honest. I wrote boring beside my notes. It was boring. I thought they both looked great. I love Lucy's leotard with all the chains on it. She looked good. But it was boring. But anyway, Lucy ended up winning the lip sync, and Spice went to the back where Malaysia was. The third lip sync was Lux versus Selena S15. Um, and Lux chose Selena, and the song Selena actually chose was Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. It's just one of my favorite songs. It's all coming back to me now. I love that song. And it was so long, baby, 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 if you touch me like this, yes, you, baby. I ain't finna get into it. It was shocking that Selena would choose that kind of song, but Selena killed it. She said she performs this all the time, and I could tell she knew it through and through. This is not really Lux's gig, this kind of number. You can tell. But she did the best she could. But anyway, Selena won, and Lux got sent to the back, but Spice and Malaysia. Let me see. The fourth lip sync. The ball that was chosen was Mistress. Mistress chose Jax. And they performed one of my favorite songs, a drag race or a drag queen, classic lip sync song to lip sync to. Taylor Dane, tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Love her just a game. I love that song. Very entertaining. The most entertaining lip sync so far. Miss just did her little boob dance. It was funny. It's appropriate for sure. Jax, Jax performs. We know what Jax gives. But because we've seen Jax perform so many times due to having to lip sync so many times, it kind of gets to a point where it's just like, okay, we kind of get over it in a sense. Even though it's amazing and she can do stuff that most people can't do, after a while it just kind of becomes a little bit redundant. But she looked good and she killed the lip sync. But Jax kills every lip sync. I would love to see a lip sync between, who's another flipping queen? I don't know. I'd love to see Jax versus maybe Laganja, Estranja. Jax versus Georges, maybe. I was just yeah. Anyway, okay. So Mistress, she won. Jax lost. Went back there with the other girls. The girls are backstage, and they were discussing. Once they saw Mistress, they thought Jax won the lip sync. Once they saw Mistress, it was just like, girl, I can't believe that you won the lip sync. We thought it was going to be Jax. And our mistress was feeling some kind of way, and she started being petty back with them, as mistress do. And so, yeah. So the fifth, and probably the most shocking lip sync, and probably the the most exciting lip sync. All the anticipation. It ended up being the two people that people were scared to lip sync against, which was Anitra and Sasha Colby. Child, they are fantastic at what they do. And the song that Anitra chose was I forgot whichever one Ball was chosen, but anyway, they chose "I'm in Love with a Monster" by Fifth Harmony, which I know that song. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a monster. I'm in love with a monster. Do, do, do. Yes. They killed it. I knew it was going to be nasty. And I was hoping, I think it was like 3 songs left. I was hoping that song was going to be chosen for them. And they ate it. The first half, Sasha was giving it to me. The second half, Anitra was giving it to me. The third half, they both slayed. I said, Lord, that ending when Anitra was bent all the way over, like leaning back and pointing, and then she dropped down to the ground at the end of the song. I was done. Honestly, I couldn't tell you who won and who didn't. It was very much so a tie to me. But later on, but it was back and forth. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. This is why we love Drag Race. So anyway, who ended up losing was Anitra. I don't know how you choose between that. I probably would have told him to do it again. Anitra ended up losing the lip sync and Sasha went backstage. So the sixth lip sync was between Spice and Malaysia. Now this was funny because Spice thought that she was being funny because she chose a Camila Cabello song. And she thought that Malaysia would know. And she ended up being right. Malaysia didn't know. But then the gag was she didn't know the song either. And so they went up there and during this started doing the cha-cha slide. It was so funny. I said, Lord have mercy, look at what's going on. Malaysia did good enough and she ended up going to the back while Spice, was still up for elimination. I was hollering. So next we got down to the bottom 3 girls, which was Lux, Anitra, and Jax. And it was a 3-way lip sync, darling. Y'all remember last season when it was 3-way lip sync? Who was it? I think it was Angeria, Georges, and Lady Camden, I think. But yeah, this time it was Lux, Anitra, and Jax. They did The Right Stuff by Vanessa Williams, child. Right Stuff, hey. Lux killed it. I instantly went to Lux. Lux was giving them hell. She did her thing. So then, the absolute final round for the lip sync ended up being Jax, Anitra, and Spice. The final round. RuPaul put a twist on it. So she said the girl whose ball is chosen, that girl gets to decide which girl out of those other 2 girls who's going to go backstage and be safe. And then the one that they chose not to save, her, the girl who ball was chosen, and that other girl who wasn't saved, they were going to lip sync. Anitra chose Spice to be safe because she knew that she would annihilate Spice in the lip sync. So she wanted to choose the stronger of the 2, and we all know that Jax is a hell of a lip syncer. So she chose Jax. I was kind of feeling some kind of way. I think Jax was too, because she was like, Lord, girl, I've been up here. I done lip sync about 6 times and we're good friends, yet you gonna choose me to you're not gonna save me, basically. Which I can understand that, but at the same time, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And as far as lip syncing, Jax is the best. So she was just out of this group of girls that was there. So she was just like, okay. Well, it is what it is. So they ended up lip syncing. I forgot what they lip synced to. Oh, baby, another a drag race. So why I keep saying drag race because I'm doing drag race. Another drag queen lip sync classic song, which is CC Pennison. Finally, finally, it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just can't describe it. If you only knew the way I feel about you, I just can't describe it. Oh no no. They did the dance version, and I was like, why they didn't do the original? Then I remember the original lip sync on this show was done by Nina Bonina Brown, and who was it? Was it Valentina? I think it was way back then. Um, but yeah, they did that, and it was good. It was really really good. Once again, kind of like when Sasha was going against Anitra, it was kind of back and forth. Um, for me, but Anitra did like a little bit better. But we all know Anitra wasn't going to go home over Jax, especially since Jax has been in the bottom, unfortunately, so many times. Um, Let me see. So Jax ended up leaving, unfortunately. I'm going to miss Jax. Jax ended up leaving, and Anitra went to the back. So now it's the top 9 girls. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens from here on out. One thing I thought was nice was that, during the Untucked, the girls kind of loved on each other and encouraged each other, which is something that doesn't happen often. So it was nice to see that between the ladies. But yeah, top 9. I was actually thoroughly entertained. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is. Anything else? I think that's it. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Esquizo on Instagram and Twitter. At Esquizo89 on Snapchat. Chess King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.